2K Sports. And, of course, the Mavericks come into Oracle Arena, and the crowd is on their feet. They came out on top in their last match on Wednesday.
And a lot of their scoring in that win came from unexpected places, from guys who don't typically get a lot of minutes.
And you know what? Those guys on the bench, they practice every day, too, even if they don't play every night. And that night, they were ready.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Dirk and Chandler up front. Monte is the 2 with Parsons playing the small forward. And it's Nelson in at the point guard. Curry outside. No good. Good D by Nelson.
Well, as you know, there are polls for just about everything in sports. Last year, Steph Curry was actually voted as the most trustworthy player in the league.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, earlier I had a chance to speak with Rick Carlisle. A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We've got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
And thank you for that, Doris.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
Nelson kicks to Parsons. Back to Nelson. Chandler with the screen on Curry. Nelson, the pass to Chandler, and he gets it to go.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Golden State's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And the wide open shot from Green. No good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
Well, last year's season series between them was a battle of 2 of the NBA's mid-level teams, and they didn't get the better of it.
And even 3-on-3 break. He drains the quick shot. Green's got 5 points so far.
And he was 1 step ahead of the defense when he fired that pass for the assist.
Nelson against Curry. Now, here is Nelson. He's guarded closely. Chandler, no good. Warriors have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And really deep 3 that time. He's got 8. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. These guys were a tough opponent for them last year, Clark, like Steve was just saying.
Yeah, when you're so evenly matched with the team, Kevin, it doesn't make you feel that good to have dropped most of your games against them because you feel like you should at least win some of the games you play against this team. Coach Rick Carlisle is really a competitive guy. He's hardworking, brings a razor-sharp intensity to the job. Former NBA player himself, but he's not what you would call a player's coach. At least he doesn't fit that description as we've become accustomed to hearing it applied. He's not buddy-buddy with his guys. He is clearly all business.
And, Steve, when you played, was that important really to have a coach who really connected with players on the floor, or was it all about business?
No, I think it's important to connect with your players on a personal level. You need to get to know them, and they need to get to know you. There's got to be a healthy amount of trust for the relationships to work.
And here's Nelson after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Dallas again missing.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
And Green gets it to go.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points. I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Not so long ago, this Golden State Warriors franchise was in disarray, and boy, what a reversal it's been over the last few seasons. Excellent chemistry. And it seems they have a real culture that players want to be a part of.
Barnes, who's checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Thompson. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Harris comes in for Jameer Nelson. Warriors leading by 8. And the wide open shot from Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And for the Warriors, that chemistry and culture of hard work really starts in the summers. You know, Steve, almost all the players coming in early to work together.
Well, that's how you get better. I mean, you really improve in the summer in this league with the work you put in. And, you know, a lot of the Warriors players stick around the Bay Area and work every day. That's the kind of commitment it takes.
Well, so important to have three-point shooters that can stretch the defense and open things up. These small forwards have been doing just that over the last month. The fourth spot held by Harrison Barnes. And, of course, Andre Iguodala. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Ellis. Now here is Harris. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Houston.
Yeah, they couldn't stop him. I mean, they kept sending him to the line over and over again because, you know, when you can't stop a guy, you got to foul him. That's what they did.
Nobody near Barnes. And another three for Golden State.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
Now here is Harris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
I thought he'd make that one. And that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Nobody near Barnes. And another basket for Golden State.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Felton dishes to Aminu. Good on the shot. Aminu's got his second bucket.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Curry outside, and he gets it to go.
The defense has done very little to slow them down so far.
Mavericks trailed by 14. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Aminu with a screen for Felton. The pass to Parsons. Nowitzki with the screen on Barnes. And Parsons kicks to Nowitzki. All sorts of time, and that one's good. Nowitzki's got his first bucket of the night.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Now Curry. For the three. Buried it just in the nick of time.
He sure did. Right on cue. Man, was the major drama. He loves those situations, though.
Boy, that was big time. Knew exactly how much time he had left. Squared up and let it fly.
Next Sunday, January.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Steph Curry, voted by GMs last season as the best pure shooter in the NBA, but he's not purely a shooter. He keeps the ball on a string. I think he's growing as a playmaker. Just a wildly entertaining point guard in this league.
On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. We'll get out there with Maurice Spates, and it's Livingston at the point guard position. That's the Warriors 5. And here's Nelson after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Aminu with the bucket.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him. And for Curry, it's really his ability to use his ball handling to create his shot that's so impressive. He keeps it on the string, and because he's so good with the ball, he can get where he wants to set up his quick-release jumper. And when he's on, I'm telling you, there's nothing prettier to watch than that guy knocking down deep threes off the dribble.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Gentlemen, Steph Curry's such an incredible outside shooter. He makes impossible shots look easy. Draymond Green said he expects those shots to go in. He said, I'm, quote, amazed when he doesn't make it. Nonetheless, it's still amazing. I guess that's a contradiction. I'm used to seeing it, but it never gets old. Kevin, I bet we can agree with that.
No doubt, Doris. One of the best shows in basketball. Thank you. Thompson with the bucket.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers.
Ellis is checked in for Harris.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Monte Ellis last year. 11th in steals, and he also finished in the top 20 in assists. So this is a guy who really did a nice job of sharing the ball with his teammates.
And, you know, on his way to that top 15 ranking on the steals list, he really established himself as one of the toughest defensive matchups in the league.
And you look at Curry's stroke, how quickly he lets it go. They measured it at 0.4 of a second, Steve. This is Steve Kerr type release stuff we're talking about here. But Steve, really, by the time the average player releases his shot, Curry's is already 12 feet above the court.
Yeah, he just kind of flicks it, and when you think about the ball handling ability that goes into the shot, that's what makes it so hard to even challenge the shot defensively. It's interesting that the Mavs almost exclusively build through free agency. They make draft picks, but they always seem to have a hand in free agency come July.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Livingston. Bangs home the trifecta. Livingston's got 5 points so far.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, despite his 6'3" height, Monte Ellis is at his best operating from the mid-range in. He's a superb athlete. He can slice into the defense and finishes with an outstanding touch around the rim.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And you talk to some coaches around the NBA, they say that Monte Ellis is the closest thing in the league right now to an Allen Iverson.
I would not disagree with that comparison, Kevin. I mean, you look at the quickness, the agility, the ability to score amidst the tall timber is really unique at his ability to finish against taller players. And you love the fearlessness. That's what really was the hallmark of Allen Iverson, and I see some of that in Ellis, too.
Thompson misses.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Well, for a guy that shoots like he does, I mean, I'd say that is an easy look.
Now, here is Nelson. 9-point game his last outing. Offensive rebound, Aminu, and they convert at last on attempt number 3.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Livingston, that's good. Mavericks trail by 19. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul. Different look here for the Warriors. David Lee's checked in for Bogut. Green comes in for Maurice Spates. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Steph Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And then for Dallas, Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Aminu. Parsons comes in for Jefferson. It's Felton in for Nelson. Curry passes to Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists in the game. Felton with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Felton kicks to Chandler. They double him with Green. Here's Nowitzki. Nowitzki can't get that one to fall.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Thompson with the bucket.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Now, here's Felton. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the shot is good from Nowitzki.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Nobody near Barnes. Sinks the triple. Barnes has got 8.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark. He's got a nice touch on that shot normally, but a good defense there clogging the lane.
It's Curry outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, he had to get that shot off quickly because the defense was all over.
Yeah, that's the key, Steve. The quick trigger. Any hesitation, and that shot gets blocked.
Now, here's Felton. 9 points last game. Chandler against Lee. Chandler dishes to Felton. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Barnes. And now in transition is Lee. Here we go. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Lee. And that's 13 points for Steph Curry.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've done a great job causing havoc and then taking advantage in transition offensively. I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
And Ellis drops them both. Off the inbound pass, and it's Curry again from deep. Curry's got 8 points in the quarter.
The three-pointer has been his best weapon here today, no question.
The D has been all mixed up, confused, bamboozled, allowing him way too much space.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Warriors ahead, opening up a huge gap. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Jameer, what kind of adjustments are you guys looking to execute when you come back out for the second half?
We have to execute our defensive scheme a little better and a lot.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
And what a game for Thompson. He has 20 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on him.
Well, you got that right. You can tell he's on target because as soon as the ball leaves his hands, it looks like every single one of them is going in.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Dallas, Monte is the 2 with Parsons playing the small forward. Dirk and Chandler up front, and it's Nelson in at the point. And so here is Dallas, the Warriors making the shot. And it's Ellis penetrating. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. And that's 12 points for Ellis.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Thompson with the bucket.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
The Mavericks shooting 47%, pretty solid.
Well, Klay Thompson, the son of former #1 draft pick Michael Thompson, but totally different games. His father was a big man who kind of played inside. Klay, a swing man, just a knockdown shooter from deep.
Assisted by Jameer Nelson.
They're making this a runaway.
Now, the only question now is how big will this lead eventually become? I mean, this is a blowout.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
And here's Nelson after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. And good on the basket. Book it. And that's now 10 points for Chandler Parsons. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. There's Green with the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
Curry against Nelson. Nowitzki with the screen on Curry. 6 to shoot. Ellis the pass to Nowitzki. Again, the Mavericks score.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Thompson inside the line, and the call will be against David Lee. That's foul number 2 for him. Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against Utah.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And to do it on the road, too, I mean, with the way they just kept coming at him and coming at him, they kept that crowd out of the game the entire time. That's good work.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Nelson against Curry. Chandler. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
One thing you know when it comes to the Mavericks is they're not going to sit back and stand pat. They want to reload, not rebuild.
Well, guys, the Mavericks have made the most out of this run since they've had Dirk Nowitzki. A strong team for so long because they never tore it down.
Man, there were times they could have. I mean, you have to respect that mentality that, you know, they've maintained their unity, their continuity. And as long as you have Dirk, you know you can put pieces around him to be competitive. That's what the Mavs have always done. And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Now, here is Nelson. Chandler outside. Ellis with the screen for Chandler. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Aminu. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. They get Andre Iguodala.
The Warriors, a team with big ambition, from their plans for a new arena to a highly successful D-League team in Santa Cruz. This is a team on the rise.
And the Warriors not just looking to expand locally, but internationally as well, hoping to become the gateway team to China.
Yeah, much of the Bay Area's population and the Warriors fan base, those folks are of Asian descent. The Warriors unveiled a special Chinese New Year jersey, a nod to some of their fans here and abroad. Pretty smart marketing work by the Warriors.
And here is Harris after the three-pointer from Andre Iguodala. Parsons' shot is off.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
And we've seen a few mix-ups defensively out there on the perimeter.
More than a few. I mean, the open looks they've allowed from long range have turned into a lot of points.
Parsons can't get that one to fall.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Oh, man, they are just putting the hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively. It has all been working for him today.
Looking to end the run, and the layup by Nelson. Nelson's got 6. 1:32 left in the third. From deep, Iguodala goes back up, and that's 2 points on the layup.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Now, here is Nelson. He has 6. He feeds it to Chandler. Parsons against Green. 5 to shoot. Parsons attacking. Parsons missing again.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
Mavericks have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. And Iguodala comes to help. And Parsons kicks to Aminu. And he gets it to go. Aminu's got 10 points.
Nice touch near the hoop.
The Warriors shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Left side, Parsons. So the whistle blows on the... 2 free throws for the contact right there. This is his second trip to the free throw line. First one falls for him. Thompson, he's checked in for Draymond Green. Jefferson's checked in for Dallas. Felton comes in for Nelson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Clark setting up the half-court offense now.
But, Kevin, that's where they've struggled. I mean, their fast break game has been productive, but in the half-court, they've left a bit to be desired.
Yeah, they just can't seem to execute when the game slows down, and that's going to be key. I mean, can they find some good shots against this half-court defense? We'll see.
Back to Harris. This one for 3. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 3 rebounds now in this one. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. The Warriors on top, delivering the blowout. And we'll be back right after this.
The NBA season gains momentum. Dwayne Wade and the Miami Heat take on Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. It's the NBA.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you think, Kevin?
Sure.
This is just a phenomenal pass. Made the defense look like they had no idea what was going on.
What precision with that pass.
Beautiful.
They've got Festus Ezeli. Harrison Barnes is out there with Kuzmic. Then it's Nedovic, and it's Rush in at the 2. That's the Warriors' 5. Here's Nedovic. Dishes it to Barnes. No good on the triple. And for the Mavericks, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. In the corner, it's Jefferson. That one's good from the corner. Jefferson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Dallas. Here's Nedovic. From deep. Crowder pulls it in.
He's not the best three-point shooter, and from that range, no way. That's a bad shot.
Needless to say, and I'm saying it anyway, he doesn't fit that description.
And he gets it to go.
A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that 3.
Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And the shot is good. So it's the Mavericks now. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And Ezeli with the block. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in.
Substitution for the Warriors. Stephen Curry.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Well, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Here's Crowder. Offline with his 3.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And he gets it to go. 21 points for Steph Curry.
Clark, they're really struggling guarding that three-point line.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, Steve.
Jefferson, a screen on Curry. Crowder kicks to Jefferson. Here's Lito. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Pass to Ezeli. Shoots a 3. Kuzmic dishes to Ezeli. Again, Golden State.
Well, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Left side Jefferson. Back to Felton. 6 to shoot. The shot by Lito no good. Golden State's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Took him no time at all on that one.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Felton kicks to Crowder. To halt the run, and it's good on the way in. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Deep 2 from Rush. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's Lito. Off target from outside. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. The shot's good from Nedovic.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Crowder kicks to Jefferson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lito. Here's Smith. Soft touch off the glass.
And there it is again. That's where their points have been coming today, from the low post.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
The shot's good from Nedovic.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
Yeah, that's twice in a row now where they've done exactly the opposite and backed off.
That's good.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Curry with it. The feed to Rush. Here's Nedovic. And it's Golden State with another.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Felton goes in. Smith with the basket on the assist by Felton. Felton's got 4 assists in the game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, dominating performance for the Warriors.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season. Here's Curry with the 3. Here's Kuzmic. Azili the pass to Nedovic. Cans it from downtown.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Mavericks have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the 4th. Smith sets the pick for Felton. The dish to Lito. Shot off the pick. And it's Dallas with another.
Looks like they're going to finish strong, but just aren't enough ticks left on the clock.
Well, Steve, it's a good run they're having now, but they just waited too long to have it.
The shot's good from Nedovic.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Felton with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Felton can't get it to go. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Steve enjoys that too.
Yeah, that's the best part of the game. I mean, a 5-man team game where the ball moves, has so much unselfish play. It's beautiful to watch.
And he commits the intentional foul.
I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute.
Sean Livingston.
Both free throws good from Felton. And for the Warriors, their shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. Here is Livingston. Feeds it to Barnes. Pass to Nedovic. Lets the 3 fly. No good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Andre, a good game for you and the team tonight. Does a game like this carry more weight considering you beat a high-caliber opponent?
I think it's just a good win, period. You know, we can't really think about who our opponent is.